Hey all, Smiley here. Yep, same shirt as last vlog. But anyway, it's an undershirt for my costume today. So yeah, I didn't add this into my last vlog. I tried and it was driving me crazy and I just gave up and posted what I already had done. Yesterday was Mother's Day. I'm sure it was a hard day for a lot of people, you know, because you can't go and just see your mum. So that's tough. Like, I don't see my mum that often and she lives 2 hours away, but we definitely would have done something yesterday. So it was kind of difficult. I've got my pussycats. I've got her pussycats. So we had a little ranger, FaceTime, Happy Mother's Day. But yeah, it's hard. And I messaged my nan to say, Happy Mother's Day. I hope all the kids have given you a call and wished you Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, we got to do what we can to survive this and to help everybody else survive this. So today's the 11th and we'll find out more today, I think. I'm not entirely sure when, but yeah, they keep saying the 11th of May. So yeah, we should find out a little bit more. Anyway, I will show you my costume and stuff later. This was a funny one. I worked on this a little bit over the weekend, not a lot. But I also don't sew, so I gave up very quickly and a hot glue gun was involved. But that's me. Improvise. I'm creative, but not that creative. Anyway, I'm going to make some banana and honey pancakes because I had them for lunch yesterday. So I've still got batter left. So I'm going to have that for brekkie before work. Ready to see what my costume is for today? Try not to give it away, but it's almost a little bit too obvious. Alright, so the theme is R, and this can be classed as 2. I've gone with the theme of Red Dwarf and the costume of Rimmer. Red Dwarf is my all-time favourite TV show. It's the first fandom that I was ever a part of. I've been watching Red Dwarf since I was like 8 years old. Came out when I was like 2. I love Red Dwarf. It's something that my dad and I used to watch together when I was a kid, and my brother and that. So it's sort of our thing. But I love Red Dwarf. And I've met all the main cast, which is fantastic because I do love it. It's a comedy. Like most of the TV shows that I'm a big fan of have like strong female characters. Red Dwarf is kind of not one of them. But I love the comedy and it's just funny. It's just a good show. It's a show that I will put on to have a laugh no matter what. So I've got my display set up with my car sunshade, which I love because it's the Red Dwarf crew Crichtonized, and I love that. I even made my own little tension sheet, which is really dodgy, but whatever. Something that I could make at home, the same as this costume. It's pretty simple, easy. No stress, and I love the little tie because Red Dwarf is a comedy, so why not go with a comically small tie? And down here, I have a picture of myself with Chris, Robert, and Danny. Now, this photo is from my UK trip. There's more. And it was like the second last day of our trip. So we drove up, I think it's 2 hours or something out of London. And to meet them, and that was fantastic. Like, I had met everyone else but Chris before, but Chris hadn't come out to Australia, so that was pretty exciting. Danny's a laugh. I sat with him the month before that photo was taken when he was in Australia and was taking the tokens for people that were getting autographs and stuff, so he knew me quite well. He was having a bit of chat with me while I was in the queue, and all these people around us were kind of like, what? It was kind of funny, but I love it. It's enjoyable. It's the best thing, you know. Sometimes you make an impression and that sticks with them and it sticks with you, and it's fantastic. So, yeah, this is my costume for today. I've had the meeting. The meeting was quite entertaining because we use Microsoft Teams and you can change the background. Although you can't choose your own, there was like a moon or a space one, and so I had that as my background. I will chuck a picture here. So that's pretty funny. It was enjoyable. So tomorrow is S, and that is my second favourite TV show, so this is going to be fun. I've pretty much given it away already because everybody knows. Yeah. All right. See you tomorrow. Additional. When I mentioned my dodgy sew job, I was trying to sew on these Velcro patches, and I gave up, and I legitimately just used some hot glue. So yeah, this costume isn't going to last long. They're just paper badges. But you know what? Work with what you have. Morning, kitties. We got Mr. Zach and his new basket that he, for some reason, loves. Hi, Buffy. And little Easy. Hi, Bubby. Good morning. It's Tuesday. Today is brought to you by the letter S, and if you haven't guessed already from the images behind me, I've gone with Stargate because obviously, it's pretty obvious that I would choose Stargate. My cool display. The scary part is this is like a small amount of my collection. Like, I'm not wearing the full costume. This is just the basics because obviously the full tactical vest and stuff I'm not going to be able to sit in, so I'll just put that on for my meeting. But it is over here. This is my Zat gun. Yep, because I'm that much of a Stargate nerd. This is probably the only full costume that I have, so don't get too excited. Well, proper. As proper as I could get it. I got my dog tags on, and I've gone through a few pairs of these over the years. And this is my very first set that my friend and I got together, and we got them engraved with our names on them. And with each other's names on them. Now, Stargate has played a massive role in my life. I struggled a lot when I was younger, and I got into Stargate around year 12 at school. And I found this Stargate chat room where I met so many people, and most of those are still friends today because, you know, we created that bond. You know, we went to our first conventions together and things like that. So it was a big thing, and it sort of, you know, the first time I ever went to a con was when I realised that I had found somewhere that I belong. And I think that's why Stargate is so important to me, because it's so much of my life. So yeah, Stargate's a big one. Like I said, this is only some of my collection. I'll show you the full display. But I love this show. I think what's more important to me is the friendships that I've made from it. You know, I absolutely adore Amanda Tapping, who plays Samantha Carter. You know, she's my idol. I've written and I've talked about, I haven't talked about her, but I've written about her on my website, in my blog, many a times, you know. Yeah, Stargate honestly changed my life, and I honestly don't know where I would be without it. So this is a big one for me. Like, I love and adore Red Dwarf. It's my first fandom, my first TV show that I loved. But there's something special about Stargate. My next tattoo is going to totally be Stargate related. I'll be back later with a full costume. I love this. I'm having so much fun. I don't know if you can tell. I'm having so much fun. Happy Wednesday morning. This is my today's outfit, which doesn't make sense. I look like a mobster, but the letter is T. So, mine's more of a theme today than the outfit, but the outfit is something that I did wear when I saw this show live. So, my theme for today was the Thrilling Adventure Hour, which is a podcast that I absolutely adore. It sort of doesn't really go anymore, but sometimes they sort of pop out with new ones. So it's a podcast that is based off old style radio. So there's like different shows, different genres, and then they throw in some old style ads and stuff like Patriot brand cigarettes and things like that. So it's really fun. I love listening to it. It's one of my favourite things for if I'm road tripping. It was fantastic to see live, plus it meant that I got to meet Paget Brewster, which is another idol of mine. Amanda tapping yesterday, Paget today, winning. So this outfit is my female Frank costume because I don't wear makeup. I don't know if you would tell. I don't really wear makeup. So dressing all fancy like Sadie Doyle. So I've just been looking at the collection and I've got a poster here from when they were in Sydney and I went and saw them live. And I just realised that it's tomorrow's date is when it started. So how cool is that? So exactly, I think 5 years ago, tomorrow was when I saw them live for the first time. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Ironically, what a coincidence. How cool is that? Yeah, so this is the show poster, and this is the one that I got signed when I met them all. So one day, eventually, when I have, money and a place of my own and all that sort of stuff, I'll get them framed together. So the show and then the signed poster, which I think would be pretty awesome. This is the graphic novel that I was a part of the Kickstarter for. This is one of my favourites. This is a drawing by a friend of mine. She's fantastic. She's amazing. And she got Paget to sign it for me and sent it to me when she saw them live. So I feel so special. And how good is that drawing? I wish I could draw like that. Instead, I draw like this, which is still cool, but not as cool. So yeah, that's my today's collection. It's pretty cool. I obviously do not look as good as Paul F. Tompkins does in a suit. And the rest of my themed meetings, we sort of head into difficult letters. So I think the rest are probably more going to be more costumes than a whole theme. But I'm still going to have fun with it. And you'll see. I can't even remember what the rest of the week has in store. So yeah. I'll see you tomorrow with more. And it's another day. Welcome to Thursday. Now, I finished with all my favourites, Red Dwarf, Stargate, Thrilling Adventure Hour, done. Now we're at you. So I was a bit struck for this one. So I went with unicorns. And I even got creative and drew all these little drawings of unicorns because that's cool. So, yeah. Let's see my costume ready. Is my first actual onesie. It's like a blanket. It is so warm. the funniest thing is it has pockets and it's got a zip at the back so you can undo it to go to the toilet. How weird. Who thinks of this? Obviously somebody who couldn't be bothered taking off their onesie to go to the toilet and went, oh, let's just put a zip in it for super lazy people. Yeah, I know, the face of this unicorn is funny. Kind of looks odd. But anyway, it's Friday! Yeah! Woo! Yeah, so it's Friday. Work week is almost over. Today is brought to you by the letter V. So it's been fun. So I changed my mind on what I was going to do today. And originally I was going to do like Veronica Mars because I love Veronica Mars. But all I really had was a costume and not really a theme. So I decided to go on something a little bit different. Yeah. So I've gone with video games and video game characters and stuff like that. So woohoo! It was a bit of fun. So let's walk over here and see my display. We've got some Tetris. I love Tetris. It's my Tetris cookie cutters. Got my Wii stuff, got my little Pac-Man out again. And then I was drawing. Because why not? Alright, I'll show you the full display. So earlier this week there was an announcement on Monday that not really, some of the lockdown was lifted, but not really. It was just that there were other reasons to leave your house. So we're now allowed to have up to 5 visitors in our house. So that's really cool. But the other good thing for me is that you're allowed to go for a drive. So I made sure, I checked, I read up about it, and it said you're allowed to drive somewhere as long as you don't need to stay overnight. So I'm not going to be around anybody other than having to get fuel at some point, but I'm going to go for a drive because I've just been craving just to get out of the house, get in my car, go for a drive. Like, I bought this car last year and I really haven't had a chance to just go for a drive in it, and I really honestly miss it so much. So that's my one thing that I've been struggling with in the lockdown, is not being able to just get in my car and go for a drive. So I can finally do that again, so I'm taking advantage. It's Saturday, it's a beautiful day. So I've been for a bit of a drive. I'm currently in a place called Healesville. I've just driven up and back down the Black Spur, massive trees, and it's awesome. And it's the first time driving up there in this car, so I was being a little bit cautious because it is a new car for me, technically, because I haven't driven it a lot with my medical issues and then isolation. I haven't done a lot of driving in this car. And it's a automatic, and I have never driven. This is my first ever automatic. I've always driven a manual. So lots of differences. So I was taking it easy. There are a heck of a lot of people out. It looks like everyone's going out driving and hanging in parks and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of motorbikes on the road, heaps and heaps and heaps, tons. There's a few just down the road. So yeah, lots of motorbikes. Yeah, so I'm really excited to have a drive. I've got a lot of footage in my new phone slot, my little holder. So yeah, I'm excited to have a look through it and see what I've got for you. See you later for now, and I'll be back next week. Thanks for watching. Bye. So I've just got home from my drive. I've had a brief look at some of the footage that I got, and it's not great. Unfortunately, during the trip up the Black Spur, I had accidentally put it onto time lapse. So it's really quick, really blurry, and you can't really see much of anything. I'll add it at the end of the video anyway. I'll put all the driving stuff at the end of the video after this.